So on to round 9, ladies and gentlemen, an extended race for the third and final race of this event. 15 laps to do around here at Monza. It's a reverse grid of round 8 that we've just seen here for the Gentlemen's Road Racing Club, the GTCC Season 3, round 9 here at Monza, the final race in these Group 4 monsters. And the grid's been reversed then, so Fiberman is our man out on the front, with Greavesy sitting in second, Top Taffy going to start in third, with Kevlar in fourth, Chili D in fifth. Then we've got G-Man starting in sixth in the Burtmer. We've got 40 in seventh. Mikey starts eighth with the Gaz in ninth. Nifty in 10th. Norfolk and Talent is in 11th. The Dry starts in 12th with Matteo 13th and Max on the sticks, whom has been unstoppable around here at Monza, taking the first 2 wins and pole. Did he get pole? No, I think Dry got pole, but Max on the sticks got close. So what can he do from 14th place, we ask? Right then, ladies and gentlemen, they are lined up and are ready to go. The only question is, are you? Good. Then let us carry on. And let's go here for the final race of Monza. Round 9 here with the GTCC as they race down towards the first chicane, and Greavesy just gets his Renault ahead of the VW, but the Sirocco coming back, ladies and gents, and it's going to be dicey coming into this first chicane, and Fiberman doing a solid job, but loses a little bit to Greavesy as they exit the corner, and Renault is now leading the race ahead of Fiberman, and Top Taffy there is in the vicinity with G-Man in the Burtmer. We're up to 4th, Kevlar in 5th. We've got the Gaz in 6th in the Renault. Then we've got 40 in 7th. We've got Nifty up to 8th with the Dry already up to 9th in the High and Dry. Chili D is 10th with Max on the sticks in 11th in the Burtmer. We're more movement up ahead. We got Matteo in 12th. We've got Norfolk and Talent in 13th, and Mikey unfortunately down in 14th. So Greavesy leads. Top Taffy now in second with Fiberman slipping down into 3rd place. G-Man still in 4th, but Kevlar, the Gaz, is making his way through. 47th, and Nifty there in 8th. So it was Fiberman and Top Taffy swapping places, and Top Taffy getting those hazard lights on, saying, "Be careful, be warned, do not overtake me." And G-Man moving up into 3rd now. Fiberman starting to lose a little cohesion in the top end of the pack, and he's being chased by the Kevlar in Renault. And Fiberman then trying to zone in as Top Taffy takes the lead, ladies and gentlemen, and Greavesy has slipped up somewhere. Greavesy slipping down a few places, and Gaz there in the top 3, making his presence known. G-Man up to 2nd, Top Taffy leads. And Top Taffy having a rough round of it this round. We've got Greavesy now into 4th with Kevlar moving up to 5th ahead of Fiberman. 40 is still in that 7th. Dry has got himself ahead of the Nifty in the High and Dry. And Gaz making a big move there. Gaz making a move for the lead before the chicane. Onto the brakes. Can they survive? The BMW's coming in fast. And I don't know if G-Man made a little knock on Top Taffy there, but the Gaz makes it through safe and sound and into the lead with Top Taffy chasing him through. Dry is nearly up to 3rd, but everyone's trying to get 3rd. 40 at the moment is holding on to that 3rd spot with Dry around his outside. Dry slipping behind Norfolk and Talent. Norfolk and Talent has entered the arena, and Matteo's in that mix as well with Max on the sticks. It's an absolute squabble of cars as 40 tries to lead them into the chicane and hold on to that 3rd place, but Norfolk Norfolk and Talent's pulled out behind him, getting a better drive out of the corner, and now Norfolk and Talent is up and into a podium position in third spot, with Fordy chasing down. Matteo in fifth, being chased by Max on the sticks, and Dry missing out altogether on that little battle, slipping down into seventh spot. Nifty there in eighth, keeping an eye on things ahead. Mikey from last up to ninth, doing a great job at the moment, with Chili D in 10th. G-Man dropping down to 11th after whatever happened in that first chicane. He's going up against the Chili D, and he's got himself ahead of Chili D there. So G-Man making a thing of it, making a comeback of some kind in the Beamer, but Chili D around the outside, but can't keep it. He can keep it, ladies and gentlemen. Chili D grabbing himself 10th place away from the G-Man. Greavesy being a naughty boy, being a very naughty boy. 5-second penalty for the Greavesy, with Fiberman in 13th. He's going to make his way past, as is Kevlar, and Kevlar trying to get himself past the Fiberman. Will he do it into the Parabolica? Oh, not quite. Gets on them brakes, and Greavesy with a huge penalty there. Gaz then leads from top Taffy. Norfolk and Talent in third. Then we've got Matteo and Fordy. Fordy's in that mix. Dry's coming back again. Fordy getting himself ahead of Max on the sticks. And this is the battle to watch. This little squirry of cars here, as Max on the sticks follows Fordy through. Dry, then Matteo. Norfolk and Talent has dipped, ladies and gentlemen. He's left them behind. He's hunting himself a Taffy at the moment. Matteo in fourth, Dry in fifth. We've got Max on the sticks going side by side with the Fordy, but Fordy's just slipping behind and into Nifty's direction. And Mikey in ninth place, doing the same as he did before. He's just going to sit around, pick up some absolute blinders that are being laid out ahead of him. It's lap 3 of 15, and we have had enough action here to fill an F1 calendar, ladies and gents. So G-Man under threat from Chili D now. Chili D having another look. We've already seen Chili D get past G-Man for real fun already once today, and he's going to do it again. And we missed both times that G-Man got past Chili D, which is really unfortunate for G-Man, because he obviously has. Fiberman holding on to 12th, with Kevlar still chasing, and Greavesy, we saw, was a very naughty boy. Gaz leads. Come on, Gaz. This is all for Gaz, isn't it? What can go wrong? Lap 3 of 15. Job's good at the moment, being chased down by the Taffy, who has Norfolk and Talent just coming up to his rear derriere. Matteo in fourth, being chased by the Dry, and Dry and Max on the sticks back together again, reunited from round 7. They've got the band back together. Are they singing from the same book, we have to say. Max on the sticks getting a lovely tow off of the High and Dry, and the Dry who pilots the High and Dry staying quite ahead of the were. And Matteo there. Then we've got Fordy still ahead of the Nifty, but Nifty getting a good drive out of the chicane, and this seems to be a favourite of some of the fast ones. Is just landing it after the chicane, but not quite. Fordy says no sir. No siree, there is no room at this inn. You stay out there, you stay on the outside, and you stay away. But oh, Nifty, he's going to try and late break it into the chicane, but he cannot, and Fordy still holds on to that 7th place, making it very difficult for Nifty right now, who is losing space and ground and time to the guys ahead. And that's the guys he wants to be battling, because he's the one who's in the championship run. Mikey in 9th place, looks like he's getting closer to Nifty and Fordy at this point. Chili D leaving G-Man for real, excuse me, behind, with Kevlar in 12th, now ahead of Fiberman, and Greavesy's all by himself. Gaz still leads, but Norfolk and Talent has got himself past the top Taffy and is closing in rapidly to the Renault of Gaz. So Gaz trying to hold off Norfolk and Talent right now, but Norfolk and Talent is on his 6th, and he's looking to try and find a way past, not in the parabolic, he says. He's going to go for a nice slingshot though, going out wide, pulling in tight, getting the toe and try and take the lead before the chicane. And Gaz, from quite a nice little distance ahead, has lost all his ground to Norfolk and Talent. There's Norfolk and Talent. I mean, I'm saying it like it's a done deal, but he's got to get past first. And he's not attempted to underbrake him or outbrake him. And the Gaz at the moment still sitting pretty in the lead. In fact, getting a better drive than Norfolk through that corner, but Norfolk closing in again as Matteo closes in on this one. Top Taffy has slipped down to fourth as Max on the sticks still ahead of the Dry, but the Dry is the fastest man on track at this point. Nifty has got himself ahead of 40 slipping down the order. Mikey's through as well, and Mikey hitting it hard today, ladies and gentlemen, at Monza, doing an absolutely superb job as 4D tries to find a way past the Mazda, but it's not to be done. Nifty then, now he's been released. Can he close in on the fight ahead of him? Gaz in the lead so far, lap 5 of 15, and all is well for Gaz at the moment, ahead of Norfolk and Talent, and Matteo hunting them down in the high and the dry. Top Taffy is in trouble here from Max on the sticks. Max on the sticks at the moment, right up his chuff and looking for a way by. He wants an entry point. He's fumbling around in the dark at the moment. As Norfolk and Talent takes the lead away from the Gaz. Oh, go, 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 go. Norfolk and Talent takes the lead away from the Gaz there. And unfortunately we missed it, but Norfolk and Talent, we knew he had the ability. He just needed the opportunity. So Norfolk and Talent, and out wide in Parabolica, as now Gaz has got his hands full with the Matteo. And Matteo all up and about his business and getting a toe out of the final corner and making his way through. And we've seen Matteo absolutely hit the Parabolica like it was his favourite girlfriend. And Gaz then in third spot. So Norfolk and Talent just about holding on to the lead. Matteo making the moves like Jagger as the Gaz there down into third place. But man alive, they were big hitters that he had to fight against. Max on the sticks next up. He's got himself past the Taffy of tops, and Dry is following them through. Dry fancying a piece of the top Taffy next. Nifty down in seventh. There's a bit of gap. He got stuck. He got caught up behind the 40, and now he's lost a lot of ground to the guys he's racing with in the championship. Mikey in eighth as 40 and Chili D go side by side into the chicane, and it is beautiful action to see. 40 comes out ahead of the Chili D, but Chili D, you know, will not succumb to that at all. And 40 then looking for good positions today. G-Man in 11th place all by himself, no one ahead, no one behind, and he can concentrate on getting those good lap times down and getting to that BMW to sing like a harlot. Kevlar in 12th with Fiberman in 13th, and we got Greavesy in 14th. It's going to be a tough job for Greavesy to close in after that 5-second penalty that he got hit with, and he's going to hope for some mistakes for him to get some positions today. Norfolk and Talent leads, but Matteo's going for it around the outside. Dinger, ladies and gentlemen. What did I tell you about him and the Parabolica? Norfolk and Talent, though, with that inside line, comes out up ahead by a whisker. Ladies and gents, by a whisker, Norfolk and Talent ahead of the Matteo, but Matteo getting a toe and heading side by side action into the first chicane. It's about testicular sizes now, and they're getting them out for us to see, and oh my God, Norfolk and Talent has a pair of melons down between his legs as he goes into that on the late break situation. And Matteo then down into second as Max on the sticks gets the fastest lap, that lap time around, and is closing in fast on the leaders. Gaz in fourth with the Dry coming in as well in his high and dry. Top Taffy in sixth place ahead of the Nifty seventh. Nifty slowly chipping away chipping away at their lead to try and get into that race. Mikey in 8th place ahead of the 40 a 2:08 last time around. Mikey a 1:59.6. Nice try, 40. You're not catching him today. Chili D in 10th spot. He's lost a lot of time that last lap around with G for real fun, up for the fight and coming in strong in 11th. Kevlar in 12th place with a 2:01.0, and Fiberman in 13th, staying ahead of the Greavesy, but Greavesy doing some nice fast lap times at the moment. Norfolk and Talent still leads this race ahead of the Matteo, but the Matteo is in there strong. He cannot relax, he cannot back off, he cannot make a mistake, because he's got Max on the sticks on his rear derriere, ready to make the leap, ready to make the dive, and ready to take the position. And here he does so now as Matteo, but it's the Parabolica, and Matteo's superpower is the Parabolica, it turns out, as he goes in deep. He goes in deep, and Max on the sticks is up the inside in the BMW, which you would argue is easier to maneuver as they come out of the Parabolica side by side, and Matteo still is ahead somehow, some way. This is beautiful for Norfolk and Talent at the moment. He's building a lead. He's building a gap. From Matteo and Max on the sticks. The more they race each other, the more they hold each other up. But no, the rest of the field is joining in with Gaz in 4th and the Dry there in 5th. It's too close to call with the top 5. It is crazy. Norfolk and Talent leads this race from Matteo, who has got Max on the sticks in the Burtma were just behind. I haven't even taken note of the NOS involved, ladies and gentlemen. Norfolk and Talent is way over halfway of his NOS. Then Matteo has got a full canister. More Norfolk and Talent getting on the dirt a little bit there, but it's okay. He's got away with it. Matteo in 2nd. Max on the sticks there. He's got through half of his can of NOS with the Gaz not quite halfway through his can, and the Dry has used about 2/3. Top Taffy in 6th place, being caught by the Nifty now, and Mikey is along for the fun and the frolics of such capers as overtaking Top Taffy, so Top Taffy beware. Meanwhile, happening at the top is side by side with Matteo and Max on the sticks. Max on the sticks, still behind the Matteo, but he really wants past the High and Dry. Sorry, there is absolute clash of the titans happening on field, on track right now as Max on the sticks goes for it, but my brew is just the perfect drinking temperature, and that takes priority, I am afraid. Matteo holding the inside line in his corner. Max on the sticks has got some front if he thinks he's taking the 2nd place away. As they close in on Norfolk and Talent, they both got through the Parabolica a lot better than Norfolk and Talent. Norfolk and Talent now is under threat. He's under threat. Max on the sticks takes the lead. Max on the sticks takes the lead as it's 3 wide into the Parabolica, and it's Max on the sticks on the outside, on Norfolk and Talent on the inside, and my word, my goodness, my golly, my gosh, they got through safe and sound, and Norfolk and Talent still slightly in the lead. Matteo's lost that 2nd place to Max on the sticks though, because Max on the sticks was mighty when they got to that first chicane. Side by side still from Norfolk and Talent and Max on the sticks. They're going to try it again. No, Max on the sticks backs out of this chicane, and Norfolk and Talent solid in the lead, a little out wide coming through the 2nd chicane. Is that going to cost him the run down to these corners? No, he still leads this race with Max on the sticks in 2nd, Matteo in 3rd. We've got the Dry in 4th. He's got himself past the Gaz in amongst all of the excitement, and the Dry looking threatening in 4th place. We're on lap 9 of 15, and there is still plenty of racing to go yet. Nifty has claimed the position from the Taffy and is on his way now, but the Taffy is riding with him. They ride together. Tonight we ride together, brother. Top Taffy then getting a tow, and possibly could try and get the braking done on the Nifty through here, but not quite, sir-ree. On board, oh no, that's the wrong guy. On board with Top Taffy, alongside Top Taffy as we ride, only because there's some shameless advertising on the back of Nifty's car. I could have on the channel. There you go. Ooh, Thingamajig Racing Channel. That sounds fun. What do they do? Do they play Minecraft or Fortnite? They shout at the racing drivers. That doesn't sound interesting, does it? That doesn't sound like a fun channel. So Nifty then, he's struggling with the Top Taffy. Top Taffy fancying it. He's even got his nose ahead of the Nifs. He used a bit of noz there down the straight to get the upper hand into the first chicane. Max on the stick still leads. Matteo's in second. Norfolk Talent is down into third place now as Top Taffy and the Nifty do battle for 6-7. And Mikey there in eighth. Max on the sticks then out in the lead with Matteo hunting him down in the high and the dry. Remember, Max on the sticks has taken both wins from this event. Round 7, round 8, they've been owned by Max on the sticks in the Burtmer were. And there is a queue of cars there with Norfolk and Talent and Matteo all willing and wanting to take that whitewash away from Max on the sticks. The dry feels like the wins should have been his. He was always up there fighting hard and just through small weirdnesses of the car and curbs, he's found himself not getting that win today. So he'll be lining up behind them 3 ahead, fancying a piece of gold. Gaz as well led this race from the very beginning and at a solid start. He also feels like he may have qualified for a win today. Top Taffy in 6th place, fighting with the Nifty, and I think he's just too busy to think about winning. It's all about keeping the Nift behind. And Mikey definitely is closing in as Nifty then pulls the trigger again up the side of the Taffy. And is it a noz game as we head towards the Parabolica? And Nifty ahead of Top Taffy around the outside. Can Top Taffy get the inside line? No, Nifty has got the move done. I would say that is a done deal. He's told Top Taffy, stay down. Gaz has moved down. Gaz has moved. No, Dry's moved up. It's a side-by-side from Max on the sticks and Matteo. And Matteo slips in behind Max on the sticks. Matteo in second. The Dry moving ahead of the Rocco there. The Sirocco slipping down into 4th place. Norfolk and Talent losing out today to Daldry. I will say his name once at least, but I like the Dry, man. And Matteo, can he do anything about Max on the sticks? Lap 11 of 15 so far. Max on the sticks out in the lead with Matteo in 2nd place. We've got Daldry, or the Dry, sorry, in 3rd. We've got Norfolk and Talent being harassed and harangued by the Gaz. The Gaz implementing himself into this situation. Nifty too far behind now, surely, to make anything of it. Mikey has moved himself up ahead of the Top Taffy, and Mikey is on fire today here at Monza. He has had an absolute blinding round. Top Taffy in 8th place with Julie D in 9th. G-Man in 10th. We've got Fordy in 11th. We've got Kevlar in 12th. Greavesy in 13th. So Greavesy's managed to get himself ahead of Fiberman. Fiberman going faster than he has gone before last lap around. So Max on the stick still leads. Lap 11 of 15. They're coming to the end of that one though. So we're going into lap 12. 4 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Who can win this race? Max on the sticks already taking the wins from the earlier races. Matteo going out wide, putting a couple of wheels on the grass down the straight to try and get ahead of Max on the sticks. But Max on the sticks again onto the apex first, and there is nothing that Matteo can do. In fact, Matteo now is in trouble from the Dry and Norfolk and Talent. He slipped back from Max on the sticks now, and he's in trouble. The Dry goes up against the Ace. It's Hyundai on Hyundai action. A little two Koreans going at it. We've seen videos like that. Korean on Korean action. So Max on the sticks then in the were out ahead of High and Dry. Matteo, the ace rimmer of the deck. Dry in third, but he's got Norfolk and Talent all up and about his business. And his Norfolk and Talent's business is getting podiums. So the Dry better beware. Gaz is a sleeping giant, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for him. There was a movement there from the Dry. No, Matteo's going for the move on the BMW. Can Matteo pull this one off into it again? And no, Max on their stick says stay back. My friend, wait, I think it's his dad. Stay back, Dad. This one's all me. So Matteo now has to deal with the Dry, all up and about his business. And the Dry really fancies a piece of that action as they all break into the Parabolica. And remember, it's Matteo's superpower. But Max on the sticks has pulled out a bit of a gap now as they enter to lap 13, and the fighting is tough down here. Norfolk and Talent finding himself in fourth place with a face full of High and Dry ahead of him. And just ahead of him is another High and Dry, and then ahead of him is a Were. Just behind is the Gaz. He's getting, nearly got caught out with the braking with High and Dry there, the Dry, but the Dry's keeping it to the inside, side by side action there, and Norfolk and Talent no room to maneuver, just enough to survive. And that is racing, ladies and gentlemen. Tin top racing at its best. And Norfolk and Talent now feels the gaze of Gaz upon his rear dairy air. Oh, it's tight between the Dry and Norfolk and Talent. No love lost here betwixt the two of them as Matteo and Max on the sticks disappear into the distance here. Lap 13 of 15 of nothing but action. Norfolk and Talent out wide. Surely that is the Gaz's opening there to get up and into fourth place, but Norfolk and Talent somehow staying ahead of the Gaz. Unbelievable. Norfolk and Talent definitely off the track. The Dry now is up and into third. And the Dry's got a run on Max on the sticks and Matteo for the final two laps. No distractions for Daldry. Gaz then in fifth. We've got Nifty in sixth. Too far to implement himself, but he has pulled away from Top Taffy, who's got himself back ahead of Mikey. And Top Taffy back on form, back into the zone. And Top Taffy then slinging Mazda like it should be slung, ladies and gents. Mikey in 8th place, not too far behind. Mikey has used all of his NOS. Top Taffy still has a bit of NOS. Chili D in 9th, fastest man on track. He must have saved all his NOS and has just put it down all in one lap. He's not that far behind Mikey. One to watch. 40 in 10th, being chased by Kevlar. Kevlar fancying a piece of the 40 action before the race is done, and he's closing in rather rapidly. But 40 does have a bit of NOS to defend from the Kevlar. Greavesy in 12th, 5-man in 13th. What's the fight going on here? Then Dry up there with Matteo, ahead of Matteo. He's eked himself up there, but it's not a done deal yet because Matteo's still holding ground. It's just Dry off the racing line trying to implement himself, and now he's backed off and into the train as Max on the sticks leads them around on the penultimate lap now, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting very tense out there. Matteo in second, the Dry fancying it today with Norfolk and Talent tucked up there as well, and the Gaz. This is a very tight racing indeed. Max on the sticks, what pressure? How much pressure can one BMW driver have? 2 wins already here at Monza. Round 7 and round 8 were owned by the Work pilot, and now he wants to take the spoils for this third and final race to be crowned the king of the Temple of Speed. And Max on the sticks then under immense pressure from Matteo, the Dry, Norfolk and Talent and the Gaz all queuing up to take that win away from him. Nifty on his own in 6th place. We've got Mikey again back ahead of Top Taffy. These two having a battle royale down here for 6 and 7. 8, 7 and 8. Nifty's in 6. So 8th place with Chili D in 9th. We saw Chili D absolutely landing the lap of the race and closing in on Top Taffy and Mikey. And if they get too racy, Chili D's going to be here to send the message home. Max on the Sticks still leads. They're on to their final lap as they're side by side going into the chicane. Nothing given at all there. Max on the Sticks still leads with Matteo in 2nd place. We've got Dry in 3rd with Norfolk and Talent wanting that podium back. He said it was alone and you didn't get past the leaders, so give it to me back. Gaz, they're in 5th, but it's Matteo chasing down the win. Max on the Sticks looking for his 3rd win of the day. And by George, he deserves it. He's led for a majority of the race, and with not easily led, it's all been pressure all the way. He's had to do some absolute cool maneuvers to keep Dad behind, but Ace Rimmer is he's not relenting in this final lap. Dry in 3rd place, getting another podium, but a win is really what he feels he deserves after the amount of effort he's put in to his driving this weekend. He has been flawless virtually, apart from the odd curb thing happening. Norfolk and Talent in 4th place, doing his usual, keeping it down, keeping it quiet, getting the points. Oh, Max on the Sticks is off wide. He's in the barrier. It's over. Matteo is there. He's just got his superpower to go, and he's going for it, but the Dry has got a tow, and it's side by side for the high and Dries going into the Parabolica. And Matteo, though, surely his powers in the Parabolica are strong, and Dry just edges slightly ahead. And my word, good golly, and the goshers, the Dry heads down towards the checkered flag, but Matteo grabs it. No, the Dry grabs it. Unbelievable. I don't know who got it. He was saying he doesn't know who got it. It was so close between the two of them, obviously. So the Dry, it says, won in the end with Matteo in 2nd. Norfolk and Talent grabbing hold of that 3rd place with the Gaz. I'm going to carry on now. Gaz is in 4th with Max on the Sticks. Oh, poor Max on the Sticks coming home in 5th place. Nifty in 6th. Mikey is in 7th. Come on, Mikey, bringing it on home ahead of Top Taffy. Chili D did catch him, but not enough to grab any position. 7th for Mikey, 8th for Top Taffy. Chili D in 9th. We got 40 ahead of the Kevlar, and 40 then coming home in 10th place in the Renault. And we've seen him finish in better places than that. 11th for Kevlar. Greavesy in 12th, got himself ahead of Fiberman, and we lost someone along the way. G-Man. Oh no, G-Man. So Greavesy bringing it on home for 12th. And there he is. Superb stuff. And Fiberman not too far behind, making it a race of it in 13th. Wow then. Wow, the Dry did get a win. I don't know how. I couldn't work it out between Matteo and the Dry, and nor could the computer, it seemed, as it switched at least 2 times after they crossed the line. So the Dry, it's saying the Dry, I'm going with the Dry, took the win. Daldry, sorry. Takes the win in the High and Dry with Matteo. High and Die washout there at the top in the end with Matteo. And Norfolk and Talent rounds out the podium in his Sirocco. Gaz gets himself 4th in the end ahead of Max on the Sticks. It was looking solid as a rock for Max on the Sticks there. It definitely looked like he was going to get the triple, but no. Fate had other things for him in store, and 5th place was that. 6th for Nifty. He got the fastest lap at the end of the race there, but he got stuck behind. Who was it? It was Fordy, wasn't it? Yeah, he got caught up behind Fordy and lost just too much time earlier in the race to be able to implement himself into that top 5 battle. So 6th, the best Nifty could hope for. Mikey rising up again, up to 7th place. Great drive from the Mikey, as Top Taffy in 8th. Solid drive as well. Got his elbows out, had to get racy with a fair few of them in the midst of all of that. Chili D in 9th, closing in the end on 7th and 8th, but couldn't quite get there. 40 in 10th. I'm not sure what happened to him. Oh, looks like on lap 8 he had an adventure. But 40 dropping down into 10th place. Kevlar in 11th, with Greasy in 12th and Fiberman in 13th. And we lost G-Man along the way. Have we got a better shot of Daldry? No. Oh, come on. They've all just got the arse shots of everything. Okay, well, that's that, ladies and gentlemen. That was round 7, 8, and 9, all completed. And again, I thank the Gentlemen's Road Racing Club for putting on such a fantastic championship and an enjoyable race for the pilots that take part. Huge thank you to those guys for making it so entertaining. And for you guys, I know I'm not live at the moment because I'm having internet woes, but you know, you can still write comments and stuff. I'll answer them. I still like to know you're out there. But thank you if you have watched. Bless you. Nothing more to say. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.